Sister, let's clear this up right now. You do not need a man to win financially. A partner can be a blessing, but you're not powerless on your own. Your financial future is in your hands. Don't forget that. So that's what we're talking about today. Welcome back to Her Money with Reese. I'm Reese, your certified financial coach, your certified YNAB coach, and today we are shutting down the myth that you need a man to be stable, successful, or secure. Make sure you subscribe and tap that bell because every week we're empowering women like you to rise dollar by dollar. So, society often tells us women, that we should wait for a man to provide or rescue us. But let me tell you something. You are the blessing. You are the blessing. You are the asset. You definitely don't need to wait for someone to complete your life. You don't need that. You don't. Okay. And then one thing you also need to realize too is that we are not to be on the hunt looking for a man. You take care of yourself. You focus on what you're focusing on. And guess what? God will send that king or prince and he will find you. So, piggybacking off that, I want you to know that you, sister, can build, grow, invest, and thrive all on your own until Mr. Right comes along or until he doesn't come along. I want to give you 4 ways to build wealth without a partner because, like I said from the beginning, my content is for the married, it's for the single, and it's for you who's thinking about getting married. So I don't want you to get discouraged because you might be 25, 30 years old and you still don't have a partner. Like, I guess I can relate to that because when I first got married, I wanted a husband. I wanted a husband. So I'm telling you, don't focus on wanting a husband. Take care of yourself. Take care of your finances. Get your career up and going. Save your money. And if God intends for that partner to enter your life, he will enter your life. But I highly encourage you, do not go out and choose a man just because he's a man. You don't want to be alone. You want to get married. Because I'm here to tell you, if you do that, you're going to get more than what you asked for, more than what you asked for. And you're going to look back and say, oh my gosh, I was better off by myself. So I'm asking you before we get and dive into the content, don't choose a man because he's a man. If you see things that make you feel uncomfortable or if you start settling, like way settling, just because you want to get married and you want to have a family, the way that they portrayed marriage on TV, I'm telling you, it's not like that. I've been married for 33 years. You have good days, you have bad days, and marriage takes work. It's not like this magical relationship that's going to be so wonderful because it's not. You're going to have bad things are going to happen. You're going to have to figure out how to work through things together. And so if you settle for a partner, honestly, that God does not lead you to, you're asking for trouble. So I'm hoping that if you listen to this video, that you are a believer and that you are trusting God to order your footsteps and that the right man is out there. So don't take marriage lightly. It's more than a contract. It's a covenant. It's an agreement that we make before God. So I'm talking to you as a single woman. I have 2 daughters that were single and I got married at 22. And I'm here to tell you that you have to pray about your future husband. The things that don't make you feel comfortable, don't settle so you can say, I have a husband. Because I'm telling you, you will get more than what you asked for. And if you have any questions or if you have any concerns about the guy that you're dating, and if there's something in the back of your mind saying, you better end this, but you're so concerned, and if you end this, that you will be alone or that you won't have someone else. Maybe you need counseling. Maybe your father wasn't in your life. And so you do not know how to choose the right guy. Pray, sister, go get some counseling. I'm here to help you. So before we dive into the content, just remember, do not settle. If you see a red flag, trust what you're seeing. So ask yourself, what do you want your life to look like in 1 year, 5 years, or 10 years? You need to live below your means. So the first thing I want you to do is to ask yourself, what do you want your life to look like? 1 year, in 5 years, or 10 years. And within that time frame, God may plant that man in your life. But until he does, you need to plan your life. And if you are a single mom, you definitely need to be planning your life 1 year, 5 year, or 10 years. The next thing I want you to do is live below your means. Master your spending, get on a spending plan, because peace is better than pretending to have and to be something that you're not. You can figure out a way to increase your income. Ask for a raise. Start that side hustle that you've been wanting to start. And what I learned from Miles Monroe, we do our jobs 9 to 5. And from 5 to 11, that's when you work on your job. So learn a new skill. Sister, you have options. Invest in yourself. You can do this with books, attending workshops, coaching. Your growth is worth the investment. It'll pay off later. Love versus lack. If you do desire marriage one day, that's beautiful. But don't confuse lack of a partner with lack of potential. Build now, grow now, heal now, so that if and when loves come, it finds you whole, a whole person, a whole sister, not hoping for rescue. And if you're already married, this still applies to you too. Do not let love be an excuse to ignore your finances. Work on your retirement plan, okay? Because if you have a job, it's not your and your husband's name on that account through your job. I have one. That account is in your name. Build your retirement account so that when you and your husband do retire, you can put your money together and you can live a really good life, travel, do some of the things that you want to do. So, sister, if you're married, be a partner and not a passenger. So, I want you to take away from this that you're not a liability just because you're alone. And you're not a liability just because you're married. Sister, you are a legacy in the making. Let's do this. So if you're on this solo journey and ready to walk in power, drop a comment and say, I'm building solo, but I'm building strong. I'm asking you to please like, share, and subscribe this episode with a sister who needs to be reminded that she is enough. She's more than enough. Your journey may be solo, and that's okay, but it's not small. God has a call on your life. And one thing I've started to do, I'm asking myself, when I close my eyes for the last time, what do I want people to remember about me? What do I want my husband and my children to say about me? My friends, my family. So even though you might be in the weeds of life right now, just remember that even though you may be single, your journey, you may be by yourself. But sister, it's okay. You may be by yourself for a reason. And while you're by yourself, invest in yourself. Enjoy some of the things that you want to do while you don't have a husband that you have to answer to. You may not have children that you have to take care of. Enjoy your solo journey. But always remember, it's not small. And if you take the time and ask yourself, what do you want to be remembered for? Then you'll realize it's not small. You're here for a purpose and a plan. God knew you before you were even here. So walk in your purpose, walk in your plan. And until next time, keep rising dollar by dollar. And again, I'm here so that we can build a sisterhood. Please share your story, even if it's a brief story, in the comments. Give recommendations and give advice to the sisters that are going to be watching this video, because I'm telling you, this is like unspoken. People don't talk about it, but there are women here that are alone. Maybe they've been divorced or maybe they've been abused. Share your story. And until next time, let's keep rising dollar by dollar. And I'll see you next week.